They really don't want us to grow food. Listen, I'm going to tell you what, because at the end of the day, please believe me when I say there's more than one way to skin a cat. There is more than one way. Oh, did they kick? I went down again? Yeah, I didn't listen. Because I don't have all my stuff back up. Because when I went down the first time, I didn't get everything back up and running. Let me see. So here we go. I'm back. Okay, thank you, y'all. Listen. This old slimy devil, could it be? Y'all listen, but that's all right. That is all right. That's all right. Let me see if I can pull my screens back up. For everybody that just keeps coming back, I want to say thank you. Listen, I'm gonna give it to you. Listen, it done disconnected my everything. Let me pull all my stuff back up, cheerings. Let me pull all my stuff back up. Because at the end of the day, the devil is a liar. Now, could it be? Could it be? The devil! Baby, at the end of the day, this ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. But we gonna talk anyhow. We gonna talk in here anyhow. So I was giving up accolades to Disco Darren. I don't know if that came through or not, but let's do it again. That must have been while I was disconnected. Did we freeze up again? You know what? And this is what I'm going to say. Because I did... I'm gonna come back around. Let me do this because we froze that up again. Tell me if I'm still streaming. I did have... Okay, we're back. Okay. I was wondering because I did have, you see me, great. I did have somebody that came in that raised my eyebrow. I might have a troll in here, but nonetheless, we still here. Come on, let's go. Now, so at the end of the day, again, Disco Darren, the applause is for you. And I'm still saying to us on the economic base, you did hear it. Good. Okay, I wanted to make sure because I wanted to appreciate you for your 2 years celebration. I was doing some caretaking at the time, and so I did not have the opportunity to come in, even though I was watching the stream. I didn't have a chance to come in and actually celebrate you on the stream. But please know I was celebrating you as I watched, and I'm so proud and honored that you've made the progress that you have, and congratulations. Oh, you got them. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. I told y'all, don't y'all play with my mods. Don't y'all play with my mods because they will block you. And that's what they do. Thank you, Shelly. I'm glad you got them. All right. Now, I'm going to get back on this topic because at the end of the day, some of us that are talking about the financial strain that we're in, we may need to pivot to this place. And MCP 812 laid it out there for you, Bear. She said, get your seeds, plant your seeds in the garden, whether you do it in the container, whether you do it in the ground. Plant your seeds, let the rabbits come, and then when the rabbit shows up, shoot them. And you got a full meal. So I got you. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate you. So at the end of the day, this is where we look at how can I pivot when we start talking about working around. I said this to my family, and I'm going to continue to say it. This is a suggestion we haven't actually had. Shoot them and eat them, my lock journey. Shoot them and eat them. That's what I'm talking about, honey. Have you some good rabbit stew? Now, I said to my family, and we do happen to have a little area of air property. And I said, have we considered, I'd like to consider the idea of taking that land and beginning to grow our own food organically and feed our family and or others. And then take proceeds or take excess and go out and sell it to the restaurants that are looking for produce that doesn't have all the contaminants of this, that, and the other, and sell organic vegetables and whatever else we decide to grow to the people that need it, but especially for the family. Your whole state is country. Michelle. Honey 41. Now y'all got me all over the place while I'm regrouping. You've never had rabbit. Let me tell you. And this is going to tell you how country I am. This is just going to tell you how country I am. My Aunt Grace had rabbit pens, and we commuted back and forth because my dad actually was from a little town called White Cloud, Kansas, and he pastored the church there in White Cloud, and we commuted back and forth. They lived in White Cloud. We lived in Kansas City, Kansas. My dad raised pigs. Uncle Virgil and them raised cows. And so every year we would butcher. But when we would go and stay, and let me just interject this, ain't nothing like for the meat eaters. If you're going to eat meat, there's nothing like fresh meat. That stuff y'all get in the grocery store is a second-hand, third-hand, fourth-hand version of fresh meat. Just please believe it. But if you get some fresh meat, baby, honey, ain't nothing like fresh meat. So that's what I grew up on. You ain't eating no bunny. Listen, you said Bugs Bunny, Buster Bunny, Roger Rabbit. You all of them. The closest you had was a keychain. Let me tell you what. Aunt Grace and Uncle Virgil had rabbit pens. Now, y'all know rabbits will multiply. If you don't know that, honey, rabbits are just like those of you all that are forever going over there to Rebel's house. Y'all sound like a bunch of rabbits, because rabbits will multiply, because every time you turn around, honey, they doing what y'all do over there in Rebels. They likes to do that, and they multiply. Rabbits multiply. If you didn't know, now you know. Rabbits multiply. So, John, go back to work. John, please go back to work. Now, I'm talking. Well, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. So at the end of the day, we had rabbits. Exactly, Rebel. I'm talking about you. You done released your people and released this spirit and this energy over here into my blessed stream. You done released that energy. That foul spirit done jumped off over here in the lion's den. But at the end of the day, we would go out, and this is the truth. Shelly Thunder. Y'all. This chat has gone wild. This chat came from Rebel's house, and they have come over here and gone absolutely wild. I didn't say nothing. Did I say poll call? I didn't listen. You know what? This is all I'm going to say to that. Got Kachik, the evangelist, in here calling for a poll call. It's a poll call. Georgia peach cobbler with extra crust reporting for duty. Towel pumps is on the pole. I lean sideways. Come on in here. Now back to lurking. The pastor, Kim Possible 711, came out of lurk to get on the pole. The pastor came out of lurk to get on the pole. Georgia peach cobbler with extra crust reporting for duty, and she went right back to lurking. I'm done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. Sassy slide and glide with the Roger Rabbit ride. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. As Ronzi said on the other day, Jesus saves. The rabbitous ones, Queen Shauna, the rabbitous ones, y'all. And anytime y'all got Kai Chick, my event, she said she's on spring break. Kai Chick. Oh, listen, I already know Z-Lady C. I was watching y'all. I had Rebel up on my phone whilst I was streaming, and I saw y'all over there cavorting. And I said, listen, they gonna come over here. Ronzi, I done called you out alert too, sis. Listen. So at the end of the day, I know that spirit that the rebellious ones brought over here done jumped on y'all. So I just might as well go ahead and give y'all a poll call, because your soul just wasn't going to be contented until you found the poll. Ronzi is a streamer, y'all. And if you're not following Ronzi, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she will bless your whole life. I promise you she will. Now, listen, get the spring fling, tall pumps. Kai Chick is on the spring fling. Oh, double spirit. You listen, I'm going to give you just one more quick one, because I need to get this out of y'all's. You got to get this out of your energy. You got to get this out of your system. Here you go, double spirit. This is your double portion right here. Ronzi said he saves and delivers. Kai Chick, look back at it, Kai Chick, look back at it. Queen Shauna, 2-in-1 stream, because the rebellious ones brought that rebellious spirit over here. Rebel said she's gonna plead her case. Let her set up the courtroom. Slide and glide and multiplying as I ride. Cassandra, whoa. Now, I hope y'all got that out of your system. I hope you got that out of your system. Because listen, y'all done came in here full of something. You done came in here full of something. I don't know what it is, but you're full of something. Now, as we get back to this story about the rabbits, you on the phone with Betty. Okay, I got you, Stacey. I got you. Now, listen, I'm going to come over here because in actuality, Glenda Grove said, I'll eat a rabbit. I will eat some rabbit. We ate rabbit, y'all, like you all ate bacon and eggs. We had chickens, and go out there and gather the eggs fresh, and then you also come back in with a rabbit that they would kill that joker, skin him, and cook him. And we had rabbit just like y'all had bacon and eggs. And y'all can say what you want to say. You were doing all right until no, you're not going to put that on me, John. You're not going to tell me my shoulders outdid all of that. No. Y'all just out of control. Y'all came with that spirit. Now, listen, Glenda said, I'll eat me some rabbit. Listen, she said ducks and geese and I'll eat it all. Quail, you better ask somebody. I'll eat all of that. I'll eat all of that and then some. Anything. I just put it on the table, baby. Put it on pheasant. Y'all don't know nothing about no pheasant. But listen, at the end of the day, we ate and we ate well. And that's why I said, a lot of times, deer, y'all listen, and elk, y'all better, okay, let me come on back. I love gator. I love gator, Kai Chick. I love gator. Now, gator has to be prepared correctly or else gator will get real chewy and get a taste. But if you get gator that's prepared correctly, baby gator will bless your whole life. I'm telling you, I love gator. I like snake. I've had some snake before. I've had some shark. I've had a little bit of everything. Listen, y'all trying to blame it on the shoulders today, but I've had coon. Yes, I have. I've had coon. And as my mother and my auntie say, if you have had wild game and your wild game still tastes what they call gamey, if you've had wild game and your food still tastes gamey, whoever cooked that didn't know what they were doing. because they have a method. Please believe it. There is a way that you can take the gaminess taste out of your wild game. So let me just say that for all of y'all say, oh, that tasted too gamey. If your meat still tasted gamey, whoever cooked that didn't know what they were doing. That's all I'm gonna say about that. If you ate some wild game that still tasted gamey, they did not know how to take the gaminess out of that meat. Because, honey, you can take that gaminess out of the meat. That's why I miss these old timers, because they knew the tricks of the trade. They knew. Ronzi, you said there's only certain meat that you will devour. Shark is good. The shark is good. I ain't cook it right. Well, listen, shark is good. I've had shark. Shark has, I would say, I would equate it to like the flavor to me was maybe like a steak flavor, and it was good. So your dad hunted rabbit and deer, so you're scared for. Kim Possible, my dad hunted everything. You name it, we hunted it. And so at the end, shark is really good, Z Lady C. It really is. Shark is really good. And so if you get some no gamey taste at all, Kai Chick, and whoever cooked that knew what they were doing. Deer roast, and it's not gamey at all. And I'm gonna say it again, you know, because sometimes people of color, black folks, you hear, oh, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to cook me some whatever wild game. But you need to go to the ancients. You need to go to the elders. You hear me? You need to go to the elders and get an understanding of how to get that wild game taste out of that meat before you cook it. Don't just throw that stuff in the pot. You go out there to the ancestors and you ask the ancestors. I'm saying what I'm saying. Ask the ancestors that know how to cook, because all the ancestors couldn't cook. Some of these old folk couldn't cook. I don't care if they old and they up in age, but they couldn't cook when they can't cook. Go to the ancestors that know how to cook and ask them how to get that gaminess out of your food. And listen, it'll bless you real good. I promise you, you will. You going to the market to get your meat. That's fine. But this is now to get you helping me get back on target. You're helping me to get right back on the conversation, because the point that I'm making here is as we come into these inflationary prices, and that was the story we were talking about that brought us here. Inflationary groceries from 10.4% all the way up to 18.2% in just January and February. Inflation at the grocery market. So at the end of the day, you let them prices keep on hiking up, Disco Darren. It's okay if you got the money and can do that, knock yourself out. For those that are saying, I might be looking for another way, and I'm saying again, once more, especially to the black community, I'm saying to us, let's start growing our own food that we can not only utilize ourselves, but we can share with others, that we can sell to restaurants or other proprietors that would need and want food, wherever. I'm saying let's go ahead. $7 for a box of cereal is crazy, Kai Chick. $7 for a box of cereal. That's crazy. So, y'all can keep doing that and suffer through all the different changes. Or as I'm advocating, many of us can start growing your own food. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm not hating on, and I'm not mad at anybody that's saying I'm not going to do that. But listen, how much y'all paying for them eggs? How much y'all paying for those eggs? Just tell me. Come on, tell me. How much did you pay for those eggs? When I'm currently the recipient, and I have my refrigerator is full of eggs that I got for free because somebody has chickens. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? My refrigerator, and I'm not lying, and I'm telling what God loves. My refrigerator is currently full of eggs because someone has chickens, and I have fresh eggs in my refrigerator that cost me $0. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all talking about $5, honey, 41, $5. So if I counted for how many cartons of eggs I got in there, I probably got $50 worth of eggs sitting in my refrigerator that y'all gonna pay $50 that I got for $0. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? This is what I'm trying to get us to understand. Sometimes it's a matter of what can I do to redirect What can I do to redirect those funds? What can I do to redirect my resources? How can I bring my resources together and bring them to bear with this person so that both of us have a better existence, so that both of us have a better reality? These are the things that I'm saying. And we did this back in the day. It's just that our generation moved away from that. We migrated away from that concept. But I'm going to say what I said once more and again. In my Father's house. And I ain't talking about Jesus. In my Father's house are many mansions. I'm talking about in my Father's house, John Edward Stillman. I was not one time ever in my life hungry. Never. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And I mean that with every bit of my shando and every ounce and fiber of my being. In my Father's house, we were never, ever, ever without food. But at the end of the day, he had a garden plot in the back. We had pigs down in the pasture. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. We had fruit trees and we would go out there and pick the fruit. Am I talking to anybody? MCP 812 can tell you we had some of the best pears you ever wanted to have at my grandfather's house. I mean, the biggest, juiciest, sweetest pears you ever wanted. Not this stuff that y'all get at the grocery store. Y'all paying $8, $9, and $10 for fruit at the grocery store and the fruit has no flavor. I said what I said. Y'all paying all kind of money out the nose. Good morning, Fifi Turn. So much love to you. Come on in here. Y'all paying all kind of money out the nose for a fruit that has no flavor. I ate an apple. I was like, what is this? Other than the fact that I looked at it and I was able to see it's an apple, I couldn't have told you it was an apple because it didn't taste like nothing. And the price was unbelievable. Bland fruit. I mean, ain't got not near a taste nowhere near it. And y'all paying good money for this stuff and it ain't nothing to it. When I can go up to the country and pull a apple off of an apple tree. My aunt had green apples. I could get green apples off the green apple tree. I could walk over to grandpa's and get all the pears I wanted. I could walk across the way and get some cherries. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. I'm telling water mushy fruit. Listen, watery mushy fruit, Ronzi. And y'all paying all that money for that when you can grow it yourself. I'm telling what God loves, and that's the truth. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, there's so juice, MCP, juice running all down our chins with sweet juice fruit, juicy fruit. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is the way we were raised. And at the end of the day, I'm telling us, we've traded off a lot for this life of comfort. We've traded off a lot for being able to live in some of the plush houses that we live in. You know, we've traded off a lot, in my opinion, for some of the things that we call the comforts of life. But what have you really traded it for? Because some of that food that you're eating that's full of all of those chemicals is what's making you sick. I said what I said. Some of the chemicals for all of that going to the market, honey, you go to the market. And at the end of the day, that meat's been there longer than it needed to be, but they need you to buy it. They know you're not going to buy it as long as it looks gray. What are they going to do? They going to flush some dye in there to make it look nice, red, and juicy when they knew that meat was old. And you're consuming now. Your consumption is now including the chemicals they pumped in that meat to make it look good enough for you to buy it. I'm telling what God loves. I'm not lying. This is the truth. They pump your meat with color, and they do that because they need it to look fresh to you. If you could actually get the real color of that meat, that meat may be as gray can be. So at the end of the day, you going to the market and you tearing it up. Yeah, you going to the market and it's convenient. You going to the market and you eating it. But then 10 years down the road, after you done 10 years worth of red dye and gray meat that really, it looked red to you, but it's really gray. Oh, for real. And now you wonder why you got this sickness, disease, and malady that you don't even know where in the world. I ain't never heard such a disease. We have never seen all the diseases in this land. Half this stuff, they don't even know how to name it. What do you got? I don't know. And then some of y'all recognize they're telling you got X, Y, and Z, and they don't know what you got. They just making up something. And you come back next week, and then next week they tell you got something else. And you come back next week, they tell you got something else. A lot of this is from the foods that you're ingesting in your body that has all these. Now, come on now. Church's chicken. What chicken is the size of a turkey? Explain it to me, Lisa. Lucy, you tell me what chicken is the size of a turkey. And then you go across the street to KFC and they got chiclets. You go across the street to KFC and they got chiclets. Now, so at the end of it all, I'm looking and I'm saying, y'all know this food is engineered. Y'all know this food is engineered. It's not natural. It's not natural food, and y'all paying y'all's good money to get sick. They killing chiclets, Rebel. They're killing chiclets. And then, listen, at the end of the day, chiclets, Fifi term, chiclets. That's what you get, chiclets. That stuff engineered. Fairly, I'm just telling what God loves. It's the truth. That stuff is engineered. And you eat that stuff. And I just looked over and saw Glenda Groves talking about wild boar. We had a boar. It wasn't wild. We had a table. Glenda said she'll eat wild boar. Turtle, frog legs. She's going. Glenda's over here on Facebook going to town. You better eat, Glenda. You better eat. And I'm going to sit right there at the table with you, sis. I'm going to sit right there at the table with you. As long as the folks know how to cook, baby, I'm going to eat it. You better ask somebody. You better eat it. She said wild boar. Turtle soup is good. Y'all better ask somebody. Listen, you stopped eating. Yes. Fairly all day. She said, I stopped eating meat years ago for that very reason. Because this stuff is engineered and a lot of it is chemically pumped up to make it look appealing to you. But the look is a lie. Do you don't understand the words that come? Let me come here while y'all I'm only going to the market.
Why you always lying?
To market, to buy a fresh, I can't even remember what the rest of that nursery rhyme was. To market, to buy a fresh, what was that? Pig? To market, to buy a fresh pig. Something, jiggity jig. Is that, y'all help me, because my mind went there, but I couldn't pull it all back. To market, to buy a fresh pig. Something, jiggity. Y'all help me out with that, because I reached way back for that one. That was probably first grade or earlier, but it didn't come back all the way. So y'all going to market and just buying yourself everything you need to put yourself right in the hospital and get all kind of medications, because then they're not going to cure your disease. They're just going to give you a bunch of medications from that and pharmaceuticals so they can make some money. Now, I know y'all not liking what I'm selling, but I'm telling what God loves. And so, apparently we needed to go here this morning because there is a way to pivot past the discord. I talked about you before you got here, Dr. Dady. There's a way to pivot past the discord. We look and we say, there's so many obstacles in my way. This, that, and the third, as y'all say. I used to say this, that, and the other, but all my friends from y'all Chi-Town and out there in ATL, y'all say this, that, and the third. So I'm going to shift over to this, that, and the third. This, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. So at the end of the, thank you, to market, to buy a fat pig, home again, jiggity. Come on, Michelle. To market, to buy a fat hog, home again, jiggity. That's it, Michelle. That's it. So I knew somebody was going to help me in here. Because I couldn't pull that one out of the cobwebs, Michelle. I couldn't pull that one out. I heard it in my head, but I couldn't get it right. Thank you so much. Fairly, I'm telling the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Y'all know how I do it in here. No cream, no sugar. I take this coffee strong and black because I tells it like it T-I-Z-Tis. So for everybody that wants to continue going to the market, I'm not mad at, I'm not upset, I'm not angry. Don't be surprised if you come up with some dread disease down the road because they done pumped your food full of all kind of chemicals and you done consumed it all and now wondering why you're sick. So this. We've traded off a lot for convenience, in my opinion. I see your coffee. Ronzi, you out there cutting up. I just been turning you off. Ronzi is my niece. She's my special niece. I love her. But Ronzi got a spirit on her. Ronzi got a spirit on. I love you. You know I love you, Ronzi. I love you. We are what we eat, Fairly. We are what we eat. And you know, Fairly makes no qualms about it. She is a vegan. John, he's a vegetarian. I'm leaning that direction. I'm getting there slowly but surely. And when I say that, I've really reduced a lot of meat. My Gina K. Sims, she's in my Facebook. I appreciate you, sis. She's vegetarian. There are a lot of people that are finding as they are overcoming health challenges. That's my special niece. That's my special niece. So at the end of the day, this little piggy went to market, and the market is sick. So if you eat the little piggies, you'll be sick too. Exactly, Cassandra, because you are what you eat, as Fairly said earlier. So understand, when you ingest that, knock yourself out. But please be, and they do it to the fruit too, y'all. And the wax and everything else they do to try to give it the look and the appearance, y'all knock yourselves out with that. I'd rather have fresh any day. And I promise you, the difference in the taste is night and day. I promise you, the difference is night and day. As MCP 812 says, because she's my cousin and she knows I'm not lying. When I tell you that was the juiciest, juicy fruit that you ever wanted to have. That was the tastiest, most flavorful. And it wasn't every now and then you get an apple. You went to Aunt Grace's and got some green apples. You were getting full of flavor every time. You went out in the apple orchard and you were getting full flavor every time. I can't wrap my brain around what we buy in the stores nowadays, because it's just like, I can't believe I paid for that. I can't believe I paid for that. And we did. And if inflation, this is where we started. And I'm going to go back to this story as we close out. The idea that from January to February alone, the inflationary range on groceries has been from 10.4 to 18.2%, depending on where you are located. From 10.4 to 18.2%, depending on where you're located. So at the end of the day, for everybody, knock yourself out. I say there's got to be a better way. And yet I will show you a more excellent way. And yet I will show you a more excellent way. Get those pots out there. Start growing your food. Get those pots out there. You don't have to have a garden plot in the back of your yard. You can put as was said, you can put those pots on your patio. Some of them you can grow indoors on your windowsill. Some of them you can put on the kitchen counter and make beautiful, beautiful decorations, as well as giving off oxygen into your house. You know, they often say the advantage and the blessing of having green plants in your house. Some of y'all have traded off for the artificial because you don't want to have to take care of the plants, and the care of the plants is too much for you. You don't have time. You don't want to be busy with that. But I'm telling you, while you're trading off for that plastic, what is that plastic doing for you? In the reverse, where if you just go natural, if you just go get you a natural green plant and put it in the house, it's putting off, you're giving it carbon dioxide, because that's what you exhale. The carbon dioxide is a blessing for them, and the oxygen that they put off and oxygenating your atmosphere is a blessing to you. It's a wonderful trade-off. Everything that God created, there was a system and a process to it. And we've traded off so much. And I just want y'all to think about that. We've traded off so much for convenience. But that trade-off oftentimes is killing us, and it's killing your pocketbook. I'm going to say that again. That trade-off that many of us have made for that convenience is killing us. It's killing us literally in a natural kind of way. And it's definitely killing your pocketbooks. From 10.4% to 18.2%, y'all might need to think of a more excellent way. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Listen, I appreciate you all for being in my chat. I appreciate the raid that came in. I thank you. I thank you. You come on, Fifi Turn. I almost missed that. You grow a lot of your veg and they taste so. I'm telling you, the taste difference is like night and day, whether it's veg or whether it's meat. I'm telling you, there is no comparison. When my dad stopped raising pigs, and when my uncle stopped raising cows, and we started going to the market to buy meat, I cannot tell you how disappointing it was. That stuff that y'all eat is really trash. It's really garbage. But at the end of the day, it's, if you're not raising it yourself, that's what you get. Or know somebody that's raising it, that's what you get. At the end of the day, I want you to be very conscientious about what you put in your body. We'll start right there because I want you to be healthy. But secondly, we're talking about the economic base. We've got to find another way to sustain ourselves. If you live in a concrete jungle, get you some containers, get you some seeds, get you some neighbors. Y'all start growing yourself some food. Combat this situation we got going on, and let's end the poverty amongst ourselves. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. Listen, this has been another edition of Yes You OQ. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I want to appreciate everybody that came through. One Reason and the Gospel Takeover. Thank you so very much for coming in with that raid, and everybody that rode over on that raid with you. I want to thank you for coming, and thank you to those that stayed. Now listen, it's time to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came in, and you blessed the house. You blessed me by hanging in here with me, even the different times when we lost stream. Y'all just came right on back in. And as One Reason said, we didn't go nowhere. We just sat here and talked. I appreciate you for that. You could have very easily gone on your merry way, but you stayed. And I want to say thank you. Now, you know, when I'm talking about here in the Lion's Den, we don't just talk about change, but I encourage you to be the change that you want to see. You're not alone in this endeavor. It's really us, you, me, we all. This pride, this PRIDE, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. And at the end of the day, y'all, you know the way I say it, the mantra that we have: we are not intimidated. We are not fearful. We don't have fear. We are not intimidated. We got power, love, and a sound mind. And as long as we're operating in love, I am all powerful in love. Now come on in here, y'all. The Lion's Den support has been awesome. Oh, KK79, don't go. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you. We're headed over to the Rebel Inks. Yes, the Rebel Ink is going to do double duty on today. So we're going to go over there and let y'all just get all of your righteous ratchetness on. So hang on, we're going somewhere. Thank you for the Lion's Den support. I want to thank you to everybody. Once again, I appreciate you. One Reason for that raid, and for everybody that gave biddies, for everybody that resubbed, I appreciate you. This music is brought to us courtesy of Regina K. Sims. Won't be this way always. Please believe it, people. It won't be this way always. Thank you for permission to use your awesome voice in this stream. Now, come on. This raid train is moving, y'all. This raid train is moving. Please ride the raid train over with us. We're going over to the Rebels' house, and I'm going to let y'all finish cavorting. I'm going to let y'all finish clowning, because y'all got that spirit of rebel all over you. You got that spirit all down in your shondo. I'm going to let you release that foul demon. Now, listen, everybody, as my moderators always say, have an amazing and an awesome day on purpose. I tell you, do what you love what you do, and peace for your journey.